Weather team is keeping you up to date with the latest information. From your morning commute to your afternoon drive, we're on your side, streaming on your favorite devices. WLBT First Alert Weather Plus.
Good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist Dave Roberts here, along with meteorologist Ashley Civic. A nice Monday afternoon treat for you all. We had such a high demand for Ashley that we said, listen, let's bring her out on Monday when we have some tropical weather and put all the blame on her. Anybody who's got any issues with this weather, it is her fault. And let's just leave it at that. Actually, it's nice to have you with us this afternoon. I always look forward to working with Ashley. And she's like, oh, man, now he's here. I came into work this afternoon, like, have we done this? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? Now she knows we got a lot of work to do this afternoon. But that's okay. It's fun. We're here. At least the computers are working. And that's, technology's on our side. But is the weather on our side? That is the real question. Ashley.
For some of us, it is. We've got some of those typical pop-ups, thunderstorms, showers, but nothing crazy for your Monday. And that's pretty much going to be the case for the next couple of hours where we'll be dealing with some of this, but it will taper off later on tonight, and we should be relatively good to go for your Tuesday morning commute. However, we're going to be dealing with these hot and steamy conditions over the next several days here, just because, it's July. It's the end of, we're getting towards the end of July, where temperatures are still going to be in the mid 90s, feeling like the triple digits. So heat safety, continue practice that over the next couple of days. We will start to see temperatures fall, but not necessarily feel like it, just because there's going to be so much moisture in the air. But that's also going to coincide with our better chances for showers and thunderstorms towards the end of this week. Plus, we're also keeping a close eye on the tropics. This area of interest just off the east coast of the Florida Peninsula is what we're watching right now. A 30% chance of development over the next 7 days.
Yep. Just off the east coast of Florida. We expect it to move over Florida tonight, tomorrow. It'll be in the Gulf probably as soon as tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, but more likely later tomorrow. So that is the thing. Now, here's the story. We have this low pressure system. It has a likelihood that it's going to become a tropical depression or a tropical storm. When it does that, it's a rainmaker for just about the whole southeast. Let's not focus on the wind, but I will tell beachgoers, I know a lot of folks are going to the beaches this week, as most Mississippians take at some point, it seems, a trip to the beach this time of year. To be expected. You're not normally expecting problems in July. And then welcome to our world. So here we are, 2025. We've got a system in July, not completely rare, but not normal either. And it's going to take advantage of the warm water that's out there. So
it was pretty warm.
It's very warm.
I just got back from the beach, and it was very warm. It was kind of like...
Did you have to get out of the water to cool off?
No, surprisingly.
That warm. Okay.
No, but it was definitely warm. You could I could definitely tell as the week went on, like when it was it was warming up for sure. But yeah, still definitely very warm. It's untapped territory right now because we haven't really seen anything in the Gulf over the past couple of months since the start of hurricane season. So yeah, we're gonna keep a close eye on this. It is now Invest 93L. So this is just one of our spaghetti models showing what may happen.
We'll have a lot more for you as the afternoon goes on in the evening too. So be sure to check back with us on WLBT News at 4:35, and 6 p.m. And of course 10 p.m. tonight as we get a lot more data in. But we just want you to know this is just one piece of information. This is not the gospel. And so we believe it's going into the Eastern Gulf, and at some point it turns north. The question is, how far west does it make it? The farther west it makes it, the more energy it can tap into, the stronger of a storm system it can become. Regardless, we were expecting a rainy period anyway. It was in our forecast all along, Thursday, Friday of this week on into the weekend.
Yeah. So there's kind of three different scenarios, I would say, with this system. If it just rides along the Gulf Coast, not expecting a whole lot of development just because it's not going to be over those warm waters really to become anything. If it stays a little further south, kind of where if it were to make that northerly turn towards Louisiana, it may become more so that tropical depression, tropical storm. And then if it stays even further south, then it could become a little bit more stronger. So those are kind of the three different scenarios. I will say our longer range models aren't really picking up on crazy development, I would say, for us here in central Mississippi. But nonetheless, still looking at quite a bit of rain going into the end of this week and continuing into this upcoming weekend.
It's a rainmaker for Mississippi. It could be a significant rainmaker for our area, depending on how it plays out. But it's a rainmaker anyway.
Yeah.
Someone said, and we'll address this, someone said, is this Katrina? No.
No.
There are no similarities between this and Katrina whatsoever. But it's worth at least addressing because people do think tropical system, and we have a lot of folks with weather anxiety. So we're going to throw the facts at you, and there's a lot of people that are out there, and they may say, oh, this is like Katrina. This is actually not at all like Katrina.
No.
So stop right there. This is a potential rainmaker for us. Could there be tornadoes? Absolutely. Anytime you have a tropical system that's swirling, there's a potential for tornadoes out of this weather. But the main likeliest issue we're going to confront will be rain, and this system will not hang around that long. So that's another good thing. But we take these very seriously because we just had a major flash flood, deadly flash flood in Texas. So we're gonna make sure that we give this as much kid gloves as possible with this system moving through our area.
Yeah, so this is just a look at rain over the next 7 days, again, where you can kind of see those oranges and reds. That's where those higher rainfall totals look to be. Still looking at quite a bit of rain here, I think, in central Mississippi, even if it doesn't necessarily go right up into Mississippi. But regardless, rain definitely going to be our main factor over the next, or towards the end of this week, I would say. But still, I will continue to keep you updated as we get more information, and as we get closer to time. I think we'll also start to really define some of those things once that low pressure system starts to enter the Gulf over the next couple of days. So
yeah, so that's the thing. So we just want you all understanding what this is, what we're dealing with. This is a big issue for coastal locations of Florida, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Alabama, where there could be flooding. And again, flash flooding is something we have to take very seriously. We are going to be monitoring the situation for you very closely throughout the week as the system continues to develop and move westward. For those of you going to the beaches, rip currents are going to be likely. So that's one thing. I would not advise going to the water. You're probably going to have the weather going downhill as soon as Wednesday along the beaches, not necessarily here until Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's what we're looking at least at this point in time. Could this be a tropical storm? Yes. Could this be a hurricane? Maybe. Could it be a tropical depression? Likely. Yeah. So we will continue to monitor that. Intensity forecasts are always tricky. The farther south this system goes, the bigger of a problem it becomes from a tropical standpoint. The closer to the coast that it goes, it's more of a heavy rainmaker, a potential rainmaker. And we don't want to underscore the rain. Just because it may be a storm with a number or a name, and it may be a weaker storm, it could do an incredible amount of damage with rainfall. So let's keep it in perspective. Understand that we have a very intense rainstorm that is going to form this week, and where it tracks is going to be key to the forecast that we see here in Mississippi. At this point in time, we have a pretty good indication that we're looking at rain here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I will tell you there's this irony and for meteorologists that always when the storm gets numbered or named, which it sort of has today, it's the invest numbers. Whatever the forecast is should make you feel the best, because it's never going to wind up like that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, with AI technology, things are changing, and I looked at the AI models this morning. And there is good consensus on this. There's not a lot of punches and not a lot of surprises here with it. So it does look like it's going to be going very close to the coast and going into Louisiana, and we could wind up dealing with it here. Typically, I'm not a fan of becoming on the north or east side of a hurricane, but this is really probably going to be a tropical depression or a tropical storm anyhow. So it's a rain problem for us more than anything else.
That's pretty much it.
That's it. Okay. That's all we really need to tell the people. Go back to radar if you don't mind for right now. I do want to point out something that's going to happen. If this system reaches the Gulf tomorrow or Wednesday, you will see our rain chances drastically decrease, because what happens is as the system grows tall in the atmosphere, it creates subsidence around it. Okay, and when it creates subsidence around it, that means it dries out the atmosphere. So we will actually see a decrease in rain chances. I kept the temperatures up. You weren't here. Well, you were here. No, you weren't here Friday. So Friday, I pushed all the numbers up, and I don't want to toot my own horn here, but Saturday I said 95. Sunday I said 96. We were 95 Saturday. We were 96 yesterday. Yeah. And so today we're going to be mid-90s again. Same is true for tomorrow. But Wednesday, no, because that's when the system will be having an impact on us. Maybe Wednesday, but that's it. You know what I mean? Like, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're going to have clouds and showers around here. So, again, that's the thing. But the system's going farther south right now. It's going through central Florida, and then we'll be emerging in the Gulf at some point in the next 24 to 36 hours. And that's when it's off to the races, tapping into warm water. Interesting. It's kind of moving due west. It's not an ideal pattern for a tropical system, but that is what it is nonetheless. All right, let's take some of your questions, comments, concerns, recipes. Let's see what we got here. Sandra Cagle, is it going to rain in Clinton today? You may get a few showers this evening, but it shouldn't last too long, but nothing a minute, because right now everything's in Copiah County. Hey, Sheikah Hampton. We just covered that, Amber Trentham, but good to see you. Angela Patterson Curtis. Hey, Ashley Curtis. Are you Ashley Curtis? Do you have another name that I don't know? Okay.
But
all right, we'll call you that. That's your new nickname. Thanks, Jan Gibbons-Hendon, for watching for updates. We will certainly give you plenty of those. Melanie McQuaig-Mann, we will give you the updates as we get them. Paige Eubanks, thanks for the info. No problem. It's what we do. Linda Carter, great to see you back, Ashley, with the guys. Thanks,
happy
guys.
to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to see you. Dixie Litton, hey, Dixie. Terry, we got you on the path. Thanks, Angela, for watching for updates. Melissa Price, hello, and hello to you. Hope you're having a great afternoon. Mike Holbrook's here. He's actually going to be closest to the tropical system, so we may have to go live to him tomorrow out there. He's in Lakeland, Florida. Jazz Clark, getting the rain. And Katrina Walton, we love you too, from Hattiesburg. Appreciate that. Joyce Burleson, no coast for me this weekend, make it another day. Well, you may be good this weekend. It's before the weekend that you may have an issue. But we're going to be here giving you updates. All right, so Ashley is going to be on Studio 3, and you'll be on WLBT News at 4 and 4:30. I'll be on WLBT News at 5. As well as 6 p.m. this evening. So check that out. And then we're going to come back here together at 6:30, do a little thing. We'll do a quick thing because you got to be on the morning show tomorrow, and she's got a lot. She'll be hurricaned out or tropical stormed out by the next 72 hours. Dana Stone, a little straggler here, coming in, asking about Orange Beach. We think it's going to be a big rainmaker starting Wednesday for Orange Beach, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, potentially, as the system moves on by. Not so sure about wind, but it looks like rain, and we're probably going to be looking oh, there we go. You saw your daughter. That's fine. That's fine, Angela.
Great
That's
name.
okay. Yeah, good name. There you go. But we appreciate Ashley watching as well. So Dana Stone, Orange Beach is going to be wet, and I would tell you be very careful with any kind of rip currents at the beaches this week. Chuck McLean watching us from Pascagoula, but he lives in Leakesville. We're allowing that. We'll allow that for today. You get a waiver, Chuck, but we appreciate that. Pascagoula, good little town. Leakesville's a small little town. Leakesville's real small. And so We appreciate you watching. All right, we're going to take a break now. If you missed any of this, we will keep it up here on Facebook for you, so it can loop around in circles. And then, of course, for an hour-by-hour forecast, the free First Alert weather app. And we're going to be updating all of our forecast products this afternoon for you to hone more of this tropical storm system into the data for you, so you have the best way to plan. But rest assured, we are going to be keeping you updated throughout the week on all of our newscasts and in between, like we do right here. So make sure you check back with us. Have a great one. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.